What if I told you that most film investors decide whether they're interested in your movie before they even read your screenplay? It sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Every year, thousands of independent filmmakers spend months writing scripts, polishing their pitch decks, and searching for film investors. Yet most of them never raise a single dollar. Not because their movie isn't good, not because investors don't like independent films, but because they completely misunderstand what a film investor pitch deck is actually supposed to accomplish. If you're serious about getting your movie funded, visit filmfunding101.com, where you'll find practical resources, books, and my complete guide, The Investor's Film Deck Blueprint, designed to help filmmakers create investor presentations that build confidence and dramatically improve their chances of raising financing. Now let's uncover the hidden truth that most producers never learn. Hidden truth number one: your pitch deck isn't selling your movie. This is probably the biggest misunderstanding in independent filmmaking. Most producers think their pitch deck exists to convince investors that their movie is amazing. It doesn't. A professional film investor pitch deck has one purpose: to reduce uncertainty. Investors aren't asking, is this a great story? They're asking, is this a project I can trust? Every page of your pitch deck should answer that question. If your presentation only talks about the story, you've already missed what investors care about most. Hidden truth number two: investors are looking for risk, not creativity. This surprises many first-time producers. Filmmakers see opportunity, investors see risk. They're asking questions like, can this producer actually finish the film? Is the budget realistic? Is there a clear audience? Is there a distribution strategy? Has this team demonstrated they can execute? The more risk your pitch deck removes, the more attractive your project becomes. Professional film financing isn't about convincing investors to dream. It's about helping them feel confident. Hidden truth number three: most producers answer the wrong questions. This happens all the time. The producer spends 20 pages explaining every character, every subplot, every emotional moment. Meanwhile, the investor still doesn't know how much money you're raising, where the money goes, who the audience is, why this film has commercial potential, or why you're the right producer to lead the project. Remember, investors don't finance information, they finance confidence. Hidden truth number four: beautiful design doesn't raise money. I've seen gorgeous pitch decks, Hollywood quality graphics, amazing layouts, beautiful typography, and terrible investment opportunities. A professional-looking pitch deck is important, but great design cannot compensate for weak strategy. Think of your pitch deck like a beautifully wrapped gift. If there's nothing valuable inside, the wrapping doesn't matter. Substance always comes before style. Hidden truth number five: investors are evaluating you more than your movie. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts every producer must make. When an investor reads your pitch deck, they're evaluating the producer, not just the project. Can you solve problems? Can you manage a budget? Can you lead a production? Can you make difficult decisions? Can you complete what you start? Because here's the reality. Movies change during production. Budgets change. Schedules change. Unexpected problems happen. The one constant is the producer. That's why investors invest in people before they invest in projects. Hidden truth number six: your pitch deck should create questions, not answer everything. Many producers think they need to include absolutely everything. Actually, the goal of a film investor pitch deck isn't to close the investment, it's to earn the meeting. Think about that. Your presentation shouldn't overwhelm investors with hundreds of details. It should make them curious enough to say, let's schedule a conversation. The meeting is where relationships begin. The pitch deck simply opens the door. Hidden truth number seven: your pitch deck is really about trust. At the end of the day, every page, every budget, every comparable film, every financial projection, every biography, every production timeline is answering one question: can I trust this producer with my money? The producers who consistently raise financing understand something many filmmakers never do. Trust raises capital. Confidence attracts investors. Preparation builds trust. And trust gets movies funded. Today, we've only explored the principles behind a successful film investor pitch deck. Actually, building one is a much deeper process. That's exactly why I wrote the Investor's Film Deck Blueprint. Inside the book, I walk you through every section of a professional film investor pitch deck, from what to include on the very first page, to positioning your project, presenting your budget, identifying your audience, demonstrating commercial potential, reducing investor risk, and creating a presentation designed to open doors instead of being ignored. If you're serious about film funding, attracting film investors, financing your first feature, or building a long-term career as a producer, visit filmfunding101.com. You'll find books, audiobooks, practical resources, and professional training designed to help you finance and successfully produce your first film, your second film, and eventually your 10th.